The question came without warning. A small voice in the quiet kitchen shattered the fragile morning. Her eyes searched his face with a seriousness no child should carry. Rain hammered the windows as if the sky itself feared what was about to unfold. He felt the air grow heavy, pressing against his chest. Then she asked, soft yet devastating, "Why do you not love me?" The words struck harder than thunder. His heartbeat stumbled, and the world around him seemed to tilt. In that single moment, every secret he buried clawed its way toward the surface. He had no idea that her question was about to uncover a truth far more terrifying than silence. The day his daughter asked, "Why do you not love me?" he broke down. The rain began before sunrise, soft at first, then steady, then relentless. Water slid down the cracked windows of the small apartment like silent tears. Daniel stood in the kitchen, staring at the coffee machine as it hissed and breathed. The bitter smell filled the air, burnt, sharp, unforgiving. He had not slept. Dark circles framed his eyes. His hands trembled as he lifted the mug. Across the hall, a faint humming floated from a child's bedroom. Off, key, gentle, innocent. His daughter Lily was awake. She always woke early when it rained. Storms made her curious, not afraid, never afraid. Thunder rolled across the sky, low and heavy, the kind that vibrated inside the chest. Daniel closed his eyes. For a moment, the sound became something else. Metal screaming, glass exploding. A memory forced its way forward. He gripped the counter until his knuckles turned pale. Footsteps padded down the hallway. Small, careful. Lily appeared at the doorway wearing yellow pajamas covered in tiny stars. Her hair was messy, her eyes bright despite the gray morning. "Good morning, Papa." Her voice carried warmth he felt he did not deserve. He nodded, forced a smile that never reached his eyes. She watched him the way children watch broken toys, curious, trying to understand why something once joyful no longer worked. "Can I have pancakes? Cereal is faster," he answered. His tone was flat, practical, safe. She accepted it with a quiet shrug. Lily rarely demanded things. She learned early that silence kept the house calm. He poured the cereal. Milk splashed too hard. Drops scattered across the table. Neither of them mentioned it. They sat together, yet miles apart. Rain tapped against the glass harder now. Wind pressed wet leaves against the window like desperate hands. Lily swung her legs beneath the chair. Back and forth, back and forth. A rhythm filled the space between them. She studied his face. Children always noticed what adults tried to hide. "Papa, yes. Why do you look sad when you look at me?" The question slid across the table. Cold, precise. He froze. His spoon hovered halfway to his mouth. "I am not sad." The lie tasted worse than the coffee. She tilted her head. "You never hug me first." He said nothing. "You never say you love me unless I say it." The rain seemed louder, closer, as if the storm wanted to listen. He focused on the ticking clock. Tick, tick, tick. Each second tightened the air. Then she asked it soft, barely louder than the rain. "Why do you not love me?" The spoon slipped from his fingers. It struck the bowl with a sharp crack. Milk rippled, his chest forgot how to breathe. Something inside him fractured. A soundless collapse. He opened his mouth. No words came out, only a dry whisper of air. She waited. Children always waited longer than adults deserved. Her eyes shimmered, not yet crying, just searching. He pushed back his chair too fast. The legs scraped the floor, a violent sound in the fragile morning. "I need air," he muttered. He walked to the window. Rain blurred the city into gray watercolor. Cars hissed along wet streets. Far away, a siren wailed. The sound twisted through his ribs. Memory returned without mercy. Another rainy morning, another siren, another day he wished he could erase. 5 years earlier. The highway glistened like black ice. His wife Mara laughed beside him, one hand resting on her pregnant belly. "We will need a bigger car," she teased. He smiled back then, back when smiling felt natural. Headlights appeared too fast around the curve. A truck sliding sideways. No control, no escape. Metal crushed inward. The world spun. Then silence. Terrible silence. He woke in the hospital days later. Machines breathing for him. A doctor speaking slowly. Morale was gone. The baby survived. A miracle, they said. A blessing. He saw only the cost. Every time he looked at Lily, he saw the life that vanished to create hers. He hated himself for the thought, hated the reflex he could never kill. So he built walls, polite walls, careful walls, walls that kept his grief from drowning them both, but walls also kept love out. Behind him, a chair creaked. Lily had climbed down. Her footsteps approached, tiny echoes on the tile. She stopped beside him, close enough that he could feel her warmth. "Did I do something bad?" she asked. The question sliced deeper than any accusation. He turned. Her lower lip trembled now. Rainlight reflected in her eyes. He saw Mara there. The same eyes, the same quiet strength. Guilt surged so fiercely it bent him forward. "You did nothing bad, then why do you look at me like you want to cry?" His throat burned. "Because you lived and she did not." The thought roared inside him. Unspoken, monstrous. He covered his face with both hands. For years, he believed silence protected her. Now he saw the damage it carved. Children blamed themselves for mysteries, even when the mystery was adult's broken heart. She touched his arm, so gentle, as if he were the fragile one. "I try to be good," she whispered. "I clean my toys. I get stars at school. I stay quiet when you are tired." Each word landed like falling stone. "I just want you to love me like other papas love their daughters." Something shattered completely inside his chest. A dam burst. A sob tore free before he could stop it. Raw, ugly, honest. He sank to his knees, right there on the cold kitchen floor. The tile pressed through his pants, grounding him in the moment he avoided for years. "I love you," he gasped. The words emerged, tangled in grief. "I love you so much that it scares me." She blinked, confusion mixing with hope. "And why does it not feel like it?" "Because loving you reminds me that I lost her." He forced the truth past the barricade. "Every time I see you, I remember the day your mother died." The sentence trembled between them, heavy, dangerous. Her eyes widened. "You mean Mama went away because of me?" No, the word exploded out of him, too loud, too desperate. He grabbed her shoulders gently. "Never think that. It was an accident. You are the reason I survived." Rain hammered the window harder, as if the sky itself demanded honesty. "I was afraid," he continued. "Afraid that if I loved you with my whole heart, I could lose you too. My heart could not survive losing both of you." Tears blurred his vision. Years of restrained sorrow poured out unchecked. "So I stayed distant. I thought distance meant safety." His voice cracked. "But distance only hurt you." Lily stared at him, processing. Children understood more than adults imagined. After a long moment, she stepped forward, wrapped her small arms around his neck. The hug was sudden, tight, certain. He froze at first. His muscles forgot how to respond. Then instinct awakened. He held her, really held her, for the first time without fear guiding his hands. She smelled like strawberries and soap, warm, alive, real. "I am not going anywhere," she murmured into his shoulder. The simplicity of her promise destroyed him. He wept openly now. No restraint, no shame. Thunder cracked overhead, yet inside the kitchen, something quiet formed, a fragile beginning. Minutes passed before... When she pulled back, she studied his face again. "You look different," she said. "How?" "Like the sun came out." He almost laughed through the tears. At that exact moment, the power flickered. Lights dimmed, brightened, then steadied. A strange calm settled over the apartment. But then Lily's gaze shifted toward the hallway. Her expression changed, from softness to puzzlement. "Papa," she whispered, "did you hear that?" He listened. Only rain at first, then a faint creak. Floorboards bending under weight. Slow, deliberate. He frowned. "We are alone." Another creak answered him, closer this time. Not the random noise of an old building. This had rhythm. Step, pause, step. The hairs on his arms lifted. A cold draft slipped through the kitchen, though the windows were sealed. Lily tightened her grip on his shirt. "Someone is here." His pulse slammed against his ribs. Impossible. He stood slowly, every instinct sharpening. The hallway stretched ahead, darker than it should be for morning. The humming sound returned, but Lily was no longer humming. The melody drifted from the corridor, soft, familiar, a lullaby Mara used to sing. Daniel's blood turned to ice. "No," he breathed. The song continued, gentle, perfectly on pitch, exactly as Mara once sang it. 5 years vanished in a heartbeat. He stepped forward despite the terror rooting him in place. The air grew colder with each step. The nursery door at the end of the hall stood slightly open. It had been empty for years. He pushed it wider. The hinge groaned. Inside, the rocking chair moved back and forth. Back and forth. No one sat in it, yet it rocked with steady patience. The lullaby stopped the instant he entered. Silence swallowed the room, heavy enough to choke on. Then a whisper brushed his ear. So faint he almost doubted it existed. "You finally told her." His heart stopped. That voice. Mara's voice. Not memory. Not imagination. Behind him, Lily whispered, trembling. "Papa, who was singing to me last night too?" The rocking chair slowed until it stopped with a final hollow creak. Daniel pulled Lily into his arms, his heart pounding louder than the storm outside. The whisper faded, yet the cold in the room refused to leave. For the first time in years, he was not only afraid of losing his daughter, he was afraid of what might already be inside their home. Lily looked up at him and asked, "Was that Mama?" He had no answer, only the crushing weight of the unknown. As they stepped back into the hallway, the lullaby returned for a single chilling note, then vanished again. Daniel realized some truths do not stay buried, no matter how deeply you hide them. He held Lily tighter, knowing love was now the only shield he had left. And somewhere in the apartment, unseen but unmistakably present, something listened.